Hi guys, welcome again. I'm so happy that you tuned in. Today is another motivation, and this motivation that we are going to be going to is empathy is everything. Empathy is everything. It is our mirror neurons that are in our brain that tells us about emotion. It tells us about movement. It tells us about intentions. And we need to get connected right back to that thing. Fall out of the sympathy thing that we have pity for somebody's misfortune, and we go and walk into being empathetic, understanding somebody's true feelings and fitting ourselves in their shoes. So that is what we're talking about today. I'm super excited because it's something that was new, and it's something that I talked about for the first time. So I'm mad. I'm like mad, crazy happy about it. I learned so much from it, and I know that you will. So continue to be extraordinary. Continue to be amazing. You guys subscribe, like, and follow me, and continue to spread that love that we need, that unconditional love around the world and to each other. Be blessed. I love you all. So I'm excited. Okay, I know I always say I'm excited, but I'm excited because, every time I do a topic that I didn't talk about yet, I get happy. I do. Because I know that I'm going to get some revelation in there. I mean, I already have, writing it down and going over it this morning. Michi, hey love. But, I always get a good chunk for me. For me too, because you always got to grow and learn. You can't just always be the teacher all the time. We haven't just arrived. We all still learning. We're all still dealing. So we gotta take what we have as we get the revelation. If we're giving it to other people or not, we gotta find ourselves in it. So you guys tap the screen and share the live. I'm getting right into it. Faye, hey gorgeous. Listen, I am getting right into this because we gotta get on it. It's a new day. We're starting a new morning. We gotta jump on it. We gotta get this energy. Good morning, beautiful. We gotta get this energy. We gotta be ready for whatever comes in store because we are equipped enough to deal with it, and we understand that our destiny and our purpose is so great that we have to do it. Like whatever comes my way, just come on, just bring it, because I know what's in store. I know what's coming. I'm ready, right? Let's get to it. All right, first, I start off, I love you. From the bottom of my heart, I do, because I love you with that unconditional love, and you should feel it. You should know every day you wake up, you should feel an action. The people that you talk to, the people that you deal with should be able to express that to you, and everything before that. Before you even feel it from somebody, guess who you should feel it from? You should feel it from yourself first. Thank you, Dippos, 999 taps. Thank you, love. You guys keep tapping the screen and share the live, because I'm sure somebody will benefit from this. I am very excited because this is a motivation that I just got, and I did it this morning, and it's new, and I haven't spoke about this yet, so I'm super hyped. All right, so the topic today is empathy is everything. Empathy is everything. Okay, right? Yes, DJ. This is the manifest year. Yes, this is the manifest year. We talked about that when we walked into the new year. As we walked into the new year, we said greater is coming. So if much is given, much is required. Much is given, much is required. So if you said greater was coming in the beginning of this year, then you was standing there saying, I am willing to go through some things. I understand that what I go into right now is going to be hard. I know that it's going to take some strength. It's going to take some effort in it. I understand that because of what I'm asking for. So I understand that, okay, much is given, much is required. I'm walking into this year of manifestation, like Crown Fave said. So I understand that it's going to cost me some things, because what I want is not just anything. Okay, I'm going to say that again. What I want isn't just anything. I don't just want the low. I don't just want what I don't deserve. No. I'm talking about what I deserve. What I want is great. What I want has some quality about it. What I want is authentic. That's what I want. Hey, Chef DJ. Hey, baby. Hey, Alex. That's what I want. So I understand that I'm going to have to go through some things, and I'm okay with it, because I said greater is coming. So because I expect greater, greater. I know I got to deal with more things, so I brace myself for what's to come. Do you see that? Before we can understand that empathy is everything, we need to be able to know what empathy means. Because a lot of times we get confused with what empathy is and what sympathy is. I don't want you to have sympathy for me. I want you to have empathy for me. There's something about empathy that has it's a relational word. It's something that I understand what you're going through because I've been there. I understand what you're going through because people I love have been there. I understand what you're going through. I understand how you feel because I've been hurt before. So when you're hurt, I get hurt. When you're sad, I feel sad. Do you see, right? Empathy is understanding. Come on, crowd fave. I love when you guys comment and tap the screen and share the live because I know somebody will benefit from this. All right, so here we go. So empathy is the ability to understand and share feelings with others. It's the ability to understand and share feelings with others. So that's what empathy is. So then when we step into sympathy, sympathy is a feeling of pity or sorrow for someone's misfortune. I'm going to say that again. When you say I have sympathy for you, you are pitying my misfortune. When you say you have sympathy for me, Julie, hey love, Alex, yes, House of Milan, gang, I love you. Thank you for sharing the live. So when you have sympathy for me, hey DJ, hey Positivity, when you have sympathy for me, I'm so sorry you have to go through this. You have sympathy, you're pitying my misfortune. You're not taking it to a relational point, but you're pitying my misfortune. You're not understanding what I'm going through. You're just seeing what's happening and you're saying, I feel sorry for you. At least it's not something that I'm going through. When we step into empathy, we have to begin to strengthen our ability to empathize. We have been dealing with things so much so in the world. Blackbird, hey King, hey love. So much so, lipstick, hi love. We have been dealing with so many things in the world that we don't no longer empathize anymore. We just feel sorry for people. Right? Oh, your son is using drugs. Oh, he's a crackhead now. I feel sorry for you. That's something hard to go through. And we go around and like, oh yeah, what happened? Oh, you ran out of gas, man. That's a long walk to the gas station. Man, I feel sorry for you. I'm trying to teach something right now. So we're talking about empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and share feelings with others. Sympathy is stepping into feelings of pity and sorrow for someone else's misfortune. You listen to what it says, pity and sorrow for someone else's misfortune. It has absolutely nothing to do with you. When you talk about sympathy, sympathy is going to a place to just deal with somebody else. It removes you out of the situation because you're just dealing with that person. It says pity and sorrow for someone else, for someone else's misfortune. So sympathy has just, I'm removing myself from my feelings. I don't really got to feel anything, but I feel pity and sorrow for you. I don't want you to be sympathetic to me. I don't need no pity parties. This is what I'm trying to say. When I deal with you and you are my friend, when you love me unconditionally, you're going to have empathy for me. You are not going to have sympathy for me because sympathy removes your feelings and your emotions. So don't have sympathy for me. I don't need those type of relationships. I need you to be able to understand what I'm going through, feel what I'm saying, and you need to feel the pain I'm going through, the sadness I'm going through, the happiness I'm going through because you love me. I don't want to just deal with you on surface. D Queen, the all in all, hey love. Yes, I'm just sitting here. Yes, crowd fave. Yes. I don't want you to deal with me in surface. Empathy is critical in establishing a healthy relationship. All in all, thank you, love. I'm telling you guys, keep tapping the screen and share the live. It's critical. It's critical. Empathy is critical for a healthy relationship because it allows me to step in somebody else's shoes. It allows me to come to a place to be able to say, okay, I understand that because I've been there. We've been going through so much in our lives that we're so preoccupied that the natural thinking that we're supposed to think, we don't think anymore. Listen to what I'm saying. We are so preoccupied with the things that don't make sense. We're so preoccupied with the empty thing, with the things that don't matter, with the invaluable thing. Our minds are so preoccupied that the natural state of thinking is not there anymore. Listen to what I'm saying. We have begun to remove what naturally is in us for us to think certain things and feel certain things. We have begun to make those things dormant as we make the things that are meaningless and worthless be more priority than our natural way of thinking. Come on, crowd fave. I love when you guys comment. Thank you, love. I'm telling you, so if you're telling me that we are naturally empathetic, and everything that you do doesn't have empathy in it, it's telling you that you have the wrong priorities. What is in your mind and what you're thinking of is not who you are supposed to be. Me and Candy told him to take a break so he don't get banned. Right, Native? So we are naturally empathetic. Okay, now we're going to get into science. I don't know if y'all like it or not, but you could teach somebody something today. Okay, so the brain has mirror neurons. What are mirror neurons, Candy? The brain has mirror neurons that connect us to people like Wi-Fi. I want you to get this. It connects us to people like Wi-Fi, right? When we go around with a device, we are trying to connect with Wi-Fi. We are electric beings, so our brain, electricity in our mind, begin to signal Wi-Fi into other human beings. Come on. I hope you're gonna get there. Be sexy if you be. Yes, sir. People allow what they. Come on now. Go ahead, Queen Coco. People allow what they've been through to change the natural way of thinking. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Come on, Coco. Yes. All right, here we go. We are electric beings, so as we see people, we begin to signal out for Wi-Fi. That signal out for Wi-Fi that's in our brains that is electric is our mirror neurons. Right? Our mirror neurons is beginning to signal people, so we begin to observe them to get their Wi-Fi signal. Yes, I love you too, Pi. Rio, thank you for my taps, love. Thank you. As we get Wi-Fi from people, we begin to observe them so we can match up. Yes, let's crowd fave. We have these mirror neurons inside of our brain for a protective mechanism. A protective mechanism. So this is a protective mechanism. We have these mirror neurons. You automatically tune in to someone's emotions, movements, and intentions. Automatically put your souls on vibration. Yeah, on vibrate. Come on, crowd fave. This is what I'm talking about. Thank you for sharing the live, Coco. This is what I'm saying. We come to a place where we use these mirror neurons. We want to connect to people like Wi-Fi so we can observe them. We observe them because these mirror neurons are protective mechanisms that is installed in our brain. Thank you, beautiful mind. Yes, Pothead, thank you for my taps. And it's installed in our minds so that we automatically can tune into people's emotions, movements, and intentions automatically. Because we're searching with our mirror neurons like Wi-Fi as we observe someone. Right? You know how I'm going somewhere. You know how when you hit Wi-Fi and it says, "Do you want to connect? Is this safe?" Where do you think that came from? We spoke about this before, right? We spoke about this on a panel with Native and Yiz. We talked about this. Everything in technology reflects the natural. Everything in technology reflects nature, reflects biology. As we begin to use our mirror neurons on people, like connecting to Wi-Fi, the Wi-Fi says in the electronic, it says, do you want to connect with this device? Is it safe? It wants to know if it's safe, if it has any viruses, if it has anything that will crash the system, if it has something that can steal your identity. What? If it has something that can steal your identity. But we're walking around without empathy or being empathetic with people, so we don't understand their motives. We don't understand their movements. We don't understand their emotions. We don't understand their intentions, because we're walking around connecting to people. Free Wi-Fi, everybody. Get to me. Send your viruses. Corrupt my system. Do you see what I'm saying? Come on now. Thank you, Most High. Come on. You see what I'm saying? We don't care about ourselves enough that just because it's a free Wi-Fi, I'm going to connect to it. I don't care if it goes into my system and steals my passwords. I don't care what happens to me. I just need some free Wi-Fi. Come on, Coco. So these mirror neurons. Woo, I'm getting hot. Now I wish it was 65 degrees. I'll tell you. So these mirror neurons that we have in our mind that are our protective mechanisms, because it automatically makes us tune into emotions. It makes us tune into movements and intentions. It's called mirror because we begin to mimic what we're watching. Listen to what I'm saying. Mirror neurons. I'm too hyped, right? Yes. Come on, crowd fame. Yes, Black is King. Thank you, love. I'm telling you. So a mirror neuron means I'm going to mimic what you're doing. That's what mirror neurons do. I don't understand that. Why would I mimic somebody, Candy? Listen to me. You want me to give you an example? Have you ever been walking down the street, right? And as you're walking, you see somebody walking towards you, right? And you guys are both in the same path. So somebody needs to move in order for you to pass by. I'm today brand new. Yes, clown. Yes, love. Somebody needs to move out the way or you're going to crash into each other. Have you ever been walking in the street and then you guys are both going the same way? Your intention is to move out the way, but you guys are both moving in the same direction because you know what you're doing. Your mirror neurons are talking to your brain. Come on now, are talking to your brain and saying, this person coming toward you is going to move to the left, so move to the right. And they're saying, this person is going to move to the left, so move to the right. And you say it at the same time because your mirror neurons, your Wi-Fi in your brain's connecting energy is saying, this person is going to go this way. Come on, Rio. That's what I'm talking about. So then you go the same direction. You find yourself doing the same thing. Somebody that you did not know is doing the same thing that you're doing. Is this not deep? Because the Most High has put in us mirror neurons that will begin to see and observe people, study them, scan them, and you will begin to react to their emotions, their intention, and their movements. Come on, Vasquez. Yes, love. Thank you, love. Thank you for my maces. Yes, Starboy. Hey, love. That's how glorious the Most High is. We have mirror neurons for neurons for protection. Mirror neurons for protection. So our actions are mirrored until our cognitive brain steps into function. Listen to me. Let's go, Earth Queen. Come on, Crown Fave. Yes, thank you for it. Sunshine, yes, thank you, Sunshine. Come on. Grand Rising to you, my love. I love you, Starboy. Come on, come on. Oh, I'm so hyped. Y'all don't know. I was like super hyped this morning. For we have mirror neurons. We're functioning with our mirror neurons until our cognitive brain starts to function. the cognitive brain starts functioning, then it steps in. Then it says, okay, you have to step to the left because the person is stepping to the right. Now you get into yourself and no longer relating and mirroring with people. It brightens my day to see you happy. Yes. And no longer mirroring with people. You come to the ground and you move into yourself, and you get into your cognitive brain, and your cognitive brain says, Candy, move to the left. Stop thinking about what they're doing, how they're feeling, what their emotion is, what their movement is. I'm talking to you now. Physical body, move to the left. We're going somewhere. We're going somewhere. When we deal with mirrored neurons, we deal with stepping into somebody else's shoes. That's why we're going in the same direction when we walk. Yes, come on, crowd. Well, that's why we're going in the same direction when we're walking in the street. When we try to move out of somebody's way, it's mirrored. We go in the same direction because mirrored neurons makes you step into somebody else's shoes and makes you think like them, empathize with them. Come on now. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm going to give you some more examples. Listen to this. Have you ever been watching something and you see a spider crawling on somebody's leg? If you see somebody or you're on the train, thank you, Starboy. Yes, closer to 4 stars. 230 beans to 3 stars. Yes, thank you, love. Have you ever been on a train or in a park and you see a spider fall on somebody and you see it crawling on their skin? Don't you start feeling like, isn't this funny? Isn't this weird? Isn't this funny? Isn't this weird? Right? That's what we're saying, like, I feel that spider crawling on me, and it's not even crawling on you. That's a mirrored neuron. Next, whenever we're watching somebody and we could just be sitting and we see somebody go to hug somebody and they push them away, we begin to feel rejection because we see it happening to someone else. So it's a rejected feeling because we see somebody in the natural go to hug somebody else and they push them away. We begin to feel rejected with the feeling of rejection. We don't feel rejection. We feel the feeling of rejection. Here's another example. When we're watching TV and we see the TV, pretty chick, thank you, love. Yes. Pothead, yes. Come on now. BCW, thank you, love. Thank you for my gifts. When we're watching TV and somebody hugs somebody else, we begin to feel that warmth of a hug because we feel that emotion. Even though it's on TV, Jules, hey love, I love you. Even though it's on TV, we begin to feel that hug and that emotion. When we see somebody kissing on TV, we can begin to feel that kissing, that compassion, emotion. So we feel all these things in emotion. That is mirrored neurons working in our mind. So Candy, if you're saying empathy is everything, Candy, if you're saying for me to strengthen my ability to empathize, how can I do that? Do that. Stop being stuck in your cognitive brain. How are we supplied with energy in our mind, our mirrored neurons, and we choose to shut it out? We don't even use them anymore because of our experiences, because of what we went through. Step out of your cognitive brain. You have been given mirrored neurons which helps you with empathy for a reason. Our mirror neurons are something that it's the protective mechanism. How do we shut down the security of our mind? The natural security that was put in us by the Most High, we shut it out and we stick to our cognitive brain. You know why we stick to our cognitive brain? We stick to our cognitive brain because it says, I am all I need. It says, I don't need no help from the creator that created me. It says, GMO, God, move over. Why am I in a place where I'm shutting down my protective mechanism? Why am I in a place shutting down my own natural security that has already been installed in my mind? Do we get a new car and start removing parts? Do we get a new equipment and start removing parts? Do we get the new appliances and as soon as it comes in a package, we start removing parts? That does not make sense. This is what we're doing when we do not empathize. We're removing our protective mechanism that has been installed in us since we were created. There is a reason. Yes, Miss Lady J. Come on, clown. Don't let negative consume you. Yes, because that's what happened. The negativity consumes us. The negative energy consumes us. The empty thoughts consume us. The meaningless actions consume us, that we begin to remove the very thing that is help. We begin to remove the very thing that is help. I need my mirror neurons. I need my protective mechanism that has been installed in me. CC, hey, beautiful. I need that very thing because I need to get to where I need to go. I need to get to the place that I understand I need these things in order for me to move forward. I need these things in order for me to live life and that more abundantly. You guys keep tapping the thing. Thank you, RJ. Keep tapping the screen and share the live. I know that somebody's going to benefit from this for sure. If you're not following me, hit that plus sign next to my name so I can shout you out and give you some love. Thank you guys. And subscribe. I love you guys. I'm not going to buy something new and start removing the parts that just... Candy, that's silly. That just don't make no sense. Well, it doesn't make sense for you, a human being, you who love yourself, you who's filled with your own self-love, to start removing the things that you know is going to benefit you. Why would I want to remove the very thing that I know is going to benefit me? The very thing that's going to protect me in this journey, in this walk. So I'm asking you to step out of your cognitive function. Yes, Native. Thank you, love. Starboy, thank you. Pothead, yes. I love when you guys comment. Thank you, Pothead. Thank you, Starboy. I love you. Get out of your own way. Come on, Coco. Step out of your cognitive brain. When you're in your cognitive brain, you're not connecting to your emotional one. And what did I say that emotion is? Come on, shout out to Yiz, Keys Line Yiz. Shout out to him. What is emotions? Motion, energy in motion. Our emotions is our energy speaking. It is our DNA. It is our communication of the body, of the soul. That's what our energy, our emotions are. So if we live in our cognitive brain, which is physical, body movements, bodily functions, we're stepping out of our emotional brain. We're not connecting to our emotional brain. That's what's happening. How does that work, Candy? What's happening? I'm telling you right now, we're stepping out of, we're disconnecting from our emotional brain when we stay in our cognitive brain. Our cognitive just deals with the physical. It just deals with A, B, and C. Walk forward, move left, go straight. There's a car, stop. Keep moving, keep going. That's what cognitive brain is. If I'm in the street and a car is coming and I'm walking forward, the cognitive brain says, move out the way, Candy. I move out of the way and I move forward, and then I see somebody get hit by that car. I don't have empathy for them because I'm in my cognitive brain. You have to get to work. And I relate on sympathy and not empathy. Listen to me. I'm trying to get you to get this understanding. If I'm functioning in my cognitive brain, I'm walking, I see a car coming. It says, Candy, stop so you do not get hit. I stop. The car moves out of the way. I walk forward. I am safe. I hear somebody get hit. I turn around. I see somebody get hit by that very same car. I remember, okay, I have to get to work. Let me hurry up. But I have sympathy for them, not empathy. Sympathy for them. I feel pity that they didn't do what I did. You should have been smarter than that. You got to be a little bit quicker than that. That's sympathy. But when I'm walking and in my cognitive brain and I move out the way from the car, I understand and see and I empathize with people that I turn around and say, watch, the car's coming. Do you see that? Watch, hold on, the car's coming, watch out. Right? And if I don't see them, I walk and they get hit, I turn around and say, okay, do you need help? Do you want me to call someone? Because I have empathy. I am stepping and understanding and sharing the same feelings that they have while they are on the floor. There's a big difference between sympathy and empathy. Sympathy doesn't deal with self. It just deals with the person. I feel sorry for your misfortune. Empathy says, I understand what you're going through. How can I help you? Because I've been in your shoes. Do you see that? So when you're in your cognitive brain, you are disconnected to your emotional one. Walk with her. Come on, crowd fade. When we're in our cognitive brain, we are suppressing our empathy. We are burying our empathy when we are in our cognitive brain. Why do we deal with our cognitive brain? Hey, Smart, hey, love. Why do we deal with our cognitive brain? We deal with it because we've been hurt so bad. We deal with it because we're relying on our experiences that we care about being hurt more than we do people. Come on now. I know that this may be a hard pill to swallow. I know that it may be, may be a little bit rough, but we care about being hurt more than we do people. I don't want to feel that thing again. I don't want to feel ashamed again. I don't want to go through no pain again. So I would rather just not feel. I would rather have no empathy for people, because if I start feeling what they're feeling, then I might begin to feel that pain that I've been running from. Okay, we don't like this type of talk, but I might start feeling the pain that I've been running from. So I don't want to empathize with you. I'm going to have sympathy. I'm sorry, I have pity for your misfortune, but I'm not going to empathize with you, because if I put those shoes on again, those are the shoes that I locked in the closet. If I begin to wear your shoes, those are the shoes that I put under my bed. If I begin to wear those shoes, is this why they sympathetic emphasize on pathetic? Yes, sympathetically empathize on the pathetic. Yes. You better say that, clown. Right. Those shoes, when I want to stay in my cognitive brain, I don't want to have feelings about what you're going through, because those shoes that if I put myself in those shoes that you're wearing, those shoes I locked up a long time ago. Those shoes that you want me to empathize with and step in your shoes, those shoes cause me a lot of pain. I locked that away in my closet and I buried them deep. I don't want to put those shoes back on because they cause me a lot of hurt. And I don't want to remember it takes strong shot from humility. Yes. I don't want to remember what those shoes, that pain that those shoes caused me. I don't want to go back to the place where I wanted to take my life. I don't want to try those shoes on that you have on, and I don't want to step into those shoes because they look familiar to me. I had those shoes one period in my life, and I don't want to remember the memories that they bring. Come on now, I'm getting deep. We don't want to empathize because we don't want to step in people's shoes because those shoes look too familiar. When I remember those shoes and how they look, it was in a place that I was low. It was in a place that I didn't believe in myself. It was in a place that I couldn't find my identity. It was in a place that was hurt. It was in a place of pain. I don't want to step in your shoes anymore. I'd rather not have no feelings about what you're going through because I don't want to go back there. I don't want to feel what I used to feel. I don't want to hurt like I used to hurt. I buried that a long time ago. Stop trying to make me feel it again. I don't don't wanna confront the very thing that caused me pain. I would rather bury that thing because then I don't gotta see it no more. So stop waving those damn shoes that I buried a long time ago around me because I don't wanna step in them. And I don't want to feel it anymore, man. Just bury your own. I'm going to stay in my cognitive brain. I'm not going to deal with emotions. I'm going to look straight and forward, and I'll just have sympathy about what you're going through, because that's a shame you got to go through that misfortune. But I'm going to stay focused because I don't look like what I've been through. But what I'm saying is you got to put your shoes under the bed sometimes so that you can begin to remember that you crawled when you walked. You're going to look under that bed. You're going to crawl to your shoes. You're going to pull the shoes out, you're going to put them on and start walking. When I see and I do that very thing, I understand and recognize where I came from. I wasn't walking when I came out the womb. I came from a place. I started somewhere. I went through some pain. I went through some emotion, and that's why I am who I am today. I'm not going to forget that part, because then I can no longer empathize anymore. I'll be walking around here like a damn robot in my cognitive brain instead of functioning in my mirrored neurons, which is empathy. Yes, Native, I feel you. I feel your energy. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Crowd Fave. Thank you, Clan. Thank you, Limited. Thank you, Miss J. I love you guys. Come on. Come on, we don't want to empathize because those shoes look too familiar. Man, if I empathize with those shoes and I put myself in your shoes, man, last time I was in those shoes, I almost lost my life. Last time I was in those shoes, I didn't have that much value for myself. Last time I was in those shoes, I didn't feel like my next breath was even worth it. I didn't even feel like life. Last time I was in those shoes, I didn't know who I was. Last time I was in those shoes, I was abused. Last time I was in those shoes, abused mentally, physically, emotionally. Last time I was in those shoes, I buried those shoes all way deep in the closet. Don't make me face it again. We can't empathize because we can't face the traumas that we went through. Because if I empathize, I got to step in your shoes. And I got to say, you know what, I've been there, so I feel you. My energy, Carly, thank you, love. My energy has to feel you. We have to be able to be in a place that we can look back on where we came from. Recognize that I wasn't always walking. I need to again, what did I say? I need to shout out Native A. I'm telling you, I need to, hey Smooth, hey love, I need to put my shoes under the bed so I could constantly remember that I crawled before I walked. That I came from somewhere. I didn't just arrive here. I didn't always have it all together. Come on now. Thank you, Clan. Hey, Sue. I love you guys. We're stuck in our cognitive brain, disconnecting us from our emotional brain. And we begin to, because we're there, we suppress our empathy because there was hurt. If I relate to you, I got to bring that hurt back. I got to resurrect some things that I buried. If you're telling me empathy was installed in me naturally to be a protective mechanism naturally, then I understand that I need to be able to face those things that I've been through. I need to be able to look at the very shoes, Guap, thank you, love. I need to look at the very shoes that I don't want to try on, or I don't want to put myself in when somebody else is dealing with it, and be able to fit and put myself in them confidently. Woo. Confidently, strong, and strengthened. I want to be able to empathize with you and have strength in it to help you get through like I did. I don't look at those shoes about the time period it was in. Come on, here we go. I don't look at those shoes. I don't look at those shoes and be remembered anymore by the memories they bring. I look at those shoes as the soul that I was able to walk out on them. Come on now. I don't look at those shoes anymore. Catch what I'm saying. I don't look at those shoes anymore with the memories that they bring. I look at those shoes as trophies because I walked out of that damn toxic relationship. I walked out of that trauma. I walked out of that experience of hard trouble. I walked out of that thing. I looked at those shoes as a way out, as a trophy of what I came out of. Come on. Thank you, Most High. Come on. No longer does it remind me of the hurt, but it reminds me of the victory. Yes. No longer do the shoes remind me of the hurt and pain that it was in, the memory. It reminds me of the victory. It reminds me of me winning. It reminds me of overcoming. It reminds me of getting over the very thing I thought I was going to die in. Come on now. Yes, Native. Get out of the place to remove yourself from the cognitive brain. The cognitive brain will function all by itself. You don't have to put energy to our cognitive side, but we got to put energy. Remember, emotions is energy in motion. It is our energy speaking. We have to put energy into our emotional side, into our emotional brain, which brings sympathy, which has mirrored neurons in it. The cognitive brain will function automatically. If a ball is thrown at you, you dodge it without even thinking about it. You move out of the way. The cognitive brain doesn't need your energy. Your emotional brain does. Your cognitive brain, J-Love, hey love, your cognitive brain doesn't need energy. Stop living in your cognitive mind. Begin to move back into your emotional brain. That's what needs the energy. Your cognitive brain will function all by itself. Step out and stop living in the cognitive world. You don't need energy there. Move your energy to your emotional brain. That's where your energy should go to. That's where it should be placed. Because we need energy. I need to have empathy. It is a natural, it's a natural being of our self. So what I want you to do is, yes, I love you, J-Love. Princess, thank you for being a fan. I need you to be able to be in a place, my king and queens, to when you begin to see somebody else's shoes, and I don't want you to avoid that and fall into sympathy. I want you to take on those shoes, put those shoes on, step into the other person's shoes, even if they look familiar. And I want you to be strong enough. I want you to get to a point that when you see shoes that are familiar to you, you don't go away from them. You don't move from them just because of the memories they bring. But you step into them because you understand the victory, that the very hard place that you walked out of and you got the victory from. Now when I see shoes that are familiar, I see the victory in it. I see that the Most High loved me to get me out of it. I see that I win. Don't look at those shoes anymore and be scared because of the memories that they bring. Let the memory that it brings be the victorious memory. Let it be the winning memory. Let it be the overcoming memory. Don't allow yourself to begin to relive that hurt. That's why we keep burying it. Understand, you could speak about the thing you buried because you had victory over it. You could speak about the thing that you buried because you came out of it. So you won. I don't care what it looks like. I don't even care what's in the story that you're telling me that you lost. You won. At the end of the day, you're a winner because you survived the very thing that you thought you was going to die in. Change your perspective. Change your perspective. I'm living and I'm breathing to see another day, to love another day, that I did win out of that situation that I'm trying to bury and cover up. I won because I'm still alive and I'm still here. And I want to tell you something deep about what I'm trying to say, because this happened in my life. Listen to what I'm saying. Some of you guys heard this, some of you didn't. Thank you, CC. This necklace right there is something, because I was going to put it in my shirt earlier before I started. This necklace right here, this was a gift from my ex. In the relationship, this necklace didn't mean nothing to me. Yes, he gave it to me. Yes, I was in love. Yes, everything was fine. But this necklace didn't mean nothing. It was just a piece of jewelry to me. Listen, this is what I'm talking about these shoes. I'm going to come gift you later. Oh, thank you, CC. I appreciate you. Right? So this was just jewelry to me. Now that I have been out of that relationship, this necklace means everything to me. You know that there's a point that you deal with exes and then you break up and you just got to throw all that garbage out that reminds you of them? That's what we do with those shoes that we have pain from. We want to bury everything that relates and reminds us of the memory. Now, the relationship, was it a great relationship? Was everything good? Breakup? No, it was horrible. At the end of the relationship, it was horrible. Maybe the whole relationship was horrible. I just didn't know it. But the end of the relationship was horrible. Why would you want to remember that, Candy? Because I don't remember the horrible part about it. When I see this necklace, it reminds me, the heart reminds me of the love that the Most High has for me. That he cared and see to me and loved me enough to pull me up out of the place that was killing me. You see, change your perspective. When you're able to step in somebody else's shoes because you recognize those shoes and you've been there before, your perspective is changed. Go ahead, Smooth. I have survived. This necklace is survival. Thank you, Native A. This necklace shows me the love that the Most High had when I was blind as a bat. And not blind because he made me blind because I put the blinders on myself. Not blind because he made me blind because I put the blinders on myself, wanting to live a false reality because I wanted my destiny and my purpose and my rewards and my blessings before time. I wanted to stand before a fruit tree in the wintertime. This is what I was doing in my relationship. I was standing before a fruit tree in the wintertime with snow covered around it, demanding apples. That's what I was doing in this relationship. Shout out to Native A. That's what I was doing in that relationship. I was standing before a tree. Do you hear what I'm saying? Your heart is still beating. Yes, clown. I was standing before a tree in the wintertime that was covered in snow, demanding apples. That was my last relationship, my toxic relationship. I decided to put blinders over my eyes. With me, I decided to put blinders over my own eyes and begin to live a false reality of something that was not real. And the Most High loved me enough to snatch the blinders off my eyes and say, Candy, enough is enough. You about to go in a whole ass marriage. You about to have kids. I got to stop you right here because what you're living is false. And when I got up out of that relationship, you guys heard the story, I was sleeping in the family room of my friend's house. She allowed me to stay there in a cot. I went from living in a 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom house, separate shed, organic garden. Do you hear me? Do you know that part? And my pets, I lost it all. Sleeping in a cot in my family room, in my friend's family room, with bags in her garage. And all I could do in that moment was cry of gratefulness because I was no longer in that situation. And the Most High revealed to me that I was lost. Facts, come on, fall season. Zode! Hey, love. That's a fall season, a season of fear. false evidence appearing real. I'm scared that the fruit tree, I know it's winter, but I'm scared that it's not going to produce fruit, so I'm going to try to make it happen. A fall season. Yes, a false season. A false season. A season of fear, false evidence appearing real. Voodoo, hey love. And as I was laying there, I had so much gratitude for the Most High pulling me out. And that's why this necklace means everything to me now. So those shoes that you see when you begin to empathize for someone else, when those shoes look familiar and they was in a place when you was low, and those shoes was from a place when you was in pain, remember that you got out of it. Remember those very shoes are the shoes that you use to walk right out of that trauma. Those are the shoes that you use to walk right out of that situation. Those are the shoes that you had victory in. We know about the battle, but remember the battle had an ending. Stop looking at the shoes and remembering the battle, but remember the victory. And that's going to help you step into a place of empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. What was I going to say? So, get over the hurt. That's what keeps us stuck in our cognitive brain. Don't forget who you were. Remember that you crawled before you walked. I know you look real good right now, King. I know you look real good right now, Queen. I know that you don't look like what you've been through. But that means you don't forget it, though. Don't forget it. Remember that you crawled before you walked. And it will help you to have empathy. Remember that when you empathize, you can begin to understand people better. I understand you. I understand you. I understand how you're feeling. I understand what you're going through. I actually seen those shoes before, and I walked out my situation with those same very shoes. Let me show you how to do it. And that was a hard place I'm in. If I could help anybody, why do you think I'm here all the time? Why do you think I always tell you guys how much I love you? Why do you think that I sit here and sacrifice a whole lot of things that I could do in my life to make sure I'm here for you, King and Queens? Why do you think that I do that? I do that because I have empathy for you. I have the ability to understand you and your walk and your feelings. To understand that there are things that I went through that I can help you with, to begin to speak to you, to encourage you, to lift you up, to show you your value, to show you your worth. And that means more to me because I didn't have it myself. That means more to me than making more money by not being on Bigo. That means more to me than going out and being able to do what I want and in the natural and in myself. You mean more to me than that. Because I didn't have somebody like that. Yes, Dallas. Yes, and I'm empath all the way on 1,000. Yes. So have empathy. Remember that empathy is your protective mechanism. Your empathy is your protective mechanism. Our brain deals with mirror neurons. And those mirror neurons is our Wi-Fi speaking to each other when we watch each other operate. As we watch each other operate, that Wi-Fi signal is on. And it's able to tell you whether you should connect to a device. Betty Boo, hey love. It tells you whether you should connect to a device or not, if it's safe or not. That's why we need empathy. And we can't just function in our cognitive brains. We have to come to a place to start connecting back. Yes, Dallas. Hey, Julie. We got to come to a place to start connecting back to our emotional brain. because it was naturally placed there to be our protective mechanism. I love you, love you, love you from the bottom of my heart. I love you. You have no idea. You have no idea. I'm just saying. It's like the Most High says, you have no idea how much I love you. And I'm saying to you, King and Queens, you have no idea how much I love you. Love you, love you, love you, love you from the bottom of my heart. Yes, thank you for all the taps. You guys are so awesome and amazing and wonderful and great and everything. You're everything. You're everything to me. Everything. Yes, you're everything to me because you are. You're just so fantastic. And I hope that you're feeling that way because you deserve it. You deserve it. Don't let anybody tell you any different. You deserve it. I love you guys. See you soon. See you soon. You have just watched the Empathy is Everything, coming to a place to strengthen your ability in empathizing. And I just love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for your comments. You guys are so amazing. I love you. I love you with that unconditional love that I have inside of me. Thank you for everything. Please subscribe, like the page, and continue to love on each other because that's what we deserve. Till I see you guys soon. Love you.